One day, one evening, we was in the hotel, which Frank Sinatra, he had his suite right next to ours. He paid for everything. Frank Sinatra paid for everything. And he was amazing. He didn't see any color at all. And all he would hang around with be Count Basie, Duke Ellington, and all these great black musicians. He just loved them so much. And we had an incident with Frank. We was in Miami Beach. And instead of us going on the beach, black people wasn't allowed to check in the hotels in the 60s. And even Frank had Ella Fitzgerald, Sammy Davis. They couldn't even check in the hotels, and they were entertaining on the beach. So one day, anybody who was anybody, famous singers or whatever, they would go to the Hampton House and stay at the Hampton House in Miami on 27th Avenue and stay at that hotel, okay? So one night, Muhammad and I and my little girl, Miriam, she was the baby, we had our room at the Hampton House. Frank comes over to the Hampton House in the limo with him and his open act, Henry Youngman, a big white guy that played violin and did comedy. And he came over in the limo and he says, I'm going to go on the bus with y'all. We're going to all go on Miami Beach and y'all going to hear me sing in Miami Beach. So you took Frank Sinatra, Frank took Ella Fitzgerald, Sammy Davis, Dean Martin. We all got on the bus together and went all the way to the beach. All right? If anybody black was on the beach and they didn't have a working card, they would arrest them and put them in jail. So we went out there and we went into this luxurious hotel. And Frank set all the black people in front at the arena, the little, auditorium. And Frank got up there and says, you know what? Y'all paid for me to sing tonight and you filled up all the seats, but all of these seats here are going to be for the black people that came from Miami. And I'm just here to let you know I am not singing on Miami Beach no more. So everybody give all the money back until you check these black people in this hotel. I ain't singing. I'm done. And he got on the bus with us and went right back to the Hampton House. Before we even got to the Hampton House, they sent a car to meet Frank back at the Hampton House saying they can check in the hotel. All black people can check in the hotel. They lifted that law within less than 24 hours. The chairman of the board has spoken. And Frank says, and I'm going to go to Las Vegas and I'm going to do the same thing. And nobody better not say nothing about it because otherwise I'm not going to sing at no hotel until they stop. Now I saw that live in living color. That man was one hell of a guy. He should have been president of the United States.
And now the end is near, and so I face the final curtain. My friend, I'll make it clear, I'll state my case, of which I am certain. I've lived a life that's full, traveled each and every highway, and more, much more than this, I did it my way.